How effective is the combination of your primary and ancillary tasks?
Last year, we decided to do a comedy film, what do you call it, a mockumentary. And this year, we wanted to branch out and do something a lot different.
So we chose action because we are both huge fans of the Dark Knight series and Taken.
Yep. And so this time, we decided to go for like a darker feeling one, more, you know, like Taken, Dark Knight, very dark action films, and we wanted to go somewhere in that direction. Although our end product, people seem to find it more funny than dark.
Well, I think people find it funny because we used a lot of our friends and we showed them first, and they were used to us of having done comedy last year. And I mean, it is funny.
We are getting funny.
Yeah,
but this is small feedback.
Yeah, alright.
So as well as that, we have to do our poster and our magazine. And so we decided to stick with the whole darkish theme we were going for.
Well, Joe, that was messy with our poster. Our magazine is actually not that dark.
Our poster is more dark because it's made by us. It's made by the production company themselves. We were promoting the film as, you know, a dark action film, and we believe that our poster it definitely goes with our film. And if we were to advertise our film, we would use this poster because it shows, you know, what the film's about.
Yeah, it's effective because we chose to use the same colour scheme throughout, very dark colours. We have, in our poster, we have the setting, because we have a London skyline in the background, and we have the two main characters from the film, so it is immediately recognisable with our trailer.
And the way we did our characters is that in our trailer, our main character, Luke, is clearly, you know, the main character. But in our poster, we also included, you know, my character, Max. But we got asked why in the trailer Max is, you know, he's barely seen, but in the poster he's quite prominent. And we just said that he's sort of he's an elusive character, and we showed how he's not as important as Luke and how he's more in the background by putting him. First of all, he's in the poster. He's
in the background.
He's in the background, yeah.
He's faded.
He's a bit transparent. That's what.
Transparent. Yeah, and in the magazine, he's facing away, so you see the back of his head, and he once again is.
So he's clearly not as an important character as Luke, but he is quite important, and the trailer doesn't really reflect that. But we sort of like that because we don't want him to be a big sort of. We don't want everyone to think, oh, he's the main character. He is just. He's just there for Luke, really. But his main plot point in the actual film. Yeah. Doing our magazine, we looked at a lot of Empire ones and our Total Film ones because we knew we were going that general direction in what we wanted, but there wasn't quite what we wanted exactly. So we decided to make our own because it also gave us more creative freedom. You know, we got to make our own magazine name and magazine title, and that was a lot more interesting than just using Empire or Total Film or Little White Lies or anything like that.
Yeah. We chose not to use Little White Lies or Sight and Sound because they're very artistic films, and as a cheap British film, ours is much more emphasis on the action rather than the artistic quality.
Yeah, the artistic. Like Sight and Sound is more about how the sound is made and
how the sight is used.
Basically, camera shots and sound. We wanted our film to be focused on the film itself, not really on the actor or the director, as mainly just the film and give publicity and whatnot.
That's how we came up with the name Focus, because we wanted it to be the main focus of the film.
Yeah, and we thought it was quite funny because
it's a play off a focus pool.
Yeah, and I believe our catchphrase was "Focus on film."
Focus on the film.
Yeah, we thought that was quite clever because it's like, you know, focusing on the films, and you know, there's focus on film. Yeah.
The colour scheme for our poster very much matches the trailer, and we decided to go with a dark, grey and black, with the only real colour being on Luke's jumper.
Whilst in the magazine, the colours were a lot brighter, but at the same time some still were quite similar. Like the background was still a grey, Luke's hoodie and clothes were the same still, we wanted to keep that consistent, but there were a lot of whites in this one, with whites and blue to try and mix up and make it brighter, make it more appealing, make it stand out more. if it was sitting on a shelf, it would stand out a lot better.
So like Joe said, we use the same characters in the same costumes throughout both the magazine and the poster. This is to draw some similarities between the two and show that they are representing the same film.
There's definitely some synergy between them, like how they're both, like how Max in the poster he's faded and in the background, so he's clearly not. He's a big character, but he's clearly just background. And a bit more metaphoric as well. He's like just being discovered. And in the magazine, he's facing the other way, and he's facing. He's got his back to Luke to imply they're sort of related. It could imply they're related. It could imply they're related.
We also use the same font for the title in both of them, which is called Soviet style, which we downloaded. This is the same idea as the characters. It's the same film.
It's a strong font. We like the font. It felt like it was a very long time dead font, and the backwards end was also a nice touch that came with it.
Do the combination of our primary tasks and ancillary tasks reflect well on our genre? We believe that our poster goes hand in hand with our trailer due to the colour scheme and the use of the main characters. However, Joe, what about a magazine cover?
Our magazine cover detaches from the genre because it's not, it's not our magazine. It's not a magazine about action film. It's just a magazine about films in general. And originally, we were going to do a HYDC magazine, but we realised it might.
We were advised not to because we are already called HYDC Media, and although we have the idea that we're a massive conglomerate, unfortunately we're not. So we can't have a production company and a magazine company.
Yeah, and that's why it might get confusing. So, and it is a little bit biased to have like a review of our film from the same company.